Hey guys, it's Ben, and I've got Vince here with me today. He is a team member here that helps you guys find your perfect home here in Central Florida. Today, as you can see, we are talking about some projects that are going on. We're going to get to the Fed decision to cut 50 basis points off of interest rates and what that means. We're going to talk about that in a little bit, and just kind of go over what's been happening since I saw you guys. It's been 3 weeks now. I apologize I missed the last couple of Thursdays. Life got in the way, and then we had a vacation last week, but we're back and we're here with some information for you. So Gasworks project is over. This is downtown Tampa and Port of Tampa. Ybor is right here. This is a 50-acre project where they are working on adding a whole bunch of retail space. They are adding a whole bunch of apartments, just kind of branching Ybor over to the downtown area.
Exactly.
Yep. So it'll be a cool project. You can see here they've got some artist renderings on what that looks like, and it's going to be good. There's a lot of stuff going on over here. Here you can see kind of what they're talking about. Office space, 100,000 square feet. Retail space, 105,000 square feet. 516 new apartments. So no condos or townhomes here. I thought there were going to be. That's why I had that here. But we were looking over this, and it looks like it's just going to be rentals, apartments. So if you want to be in the heart of downtown Tampa, where everything is going on all of the time, keep an eye on the Gasworks project.
And I'm wondering what that's going to do to 7th Avenue. Because 7th Avenue kind of went downhill for a while.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering if this project is going to start bringing it back up again.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. This is a big project. There's no budget, and I don't think, I was reading on here that they had a timeline. Total cost for project nor a timeline have been announced. So this has been going on for a while. It sounds like they're getting started, but they haven't yet fully gotten started. So talking about more growth in the area. This is more in Polk County, kind of between Tampa and Orlando, the whole area that we cover. Central Florida Innovation District. It is currently out there, I-4 and the Polk Parkway. This is Florida Polytechnic University, and their campus is out here. It's a very cool campus. SunTrax is not far from there, but this is roughly 3,000 acres that is going to be technology-based businesses, and what they're trying to do is educate people out there and keep the jobs local. This is I can't make this big enough, but you saw the website you could go get.
So
on.
Is this going to be just a big job park?
Somewhat. I've heard rumors that they're going to put, there was a Top Golf plan to go in out there, kind of
nice.
like they were talking about doing like a mini Disney Springs.
Okay.
With Top Golf's recent bankruptcy filing. I'm not sure how that's going to work.
Sure that's going to work.
Yeah, they got bought by, was it Callaway, I think, and they had $1.2 billion in debt, and they're trying to restructure, but I don't know. That's what they were trying to do that here in Polk County, like a Disney Springs type thing,
right.
And I don't know what's going to actually happen out there, but 32,000 jobs they're hoping to have out there by 2040. With a $5.2 billion with a B total economic impact. So a lot going on right out there. And this will be maybe interesting because instead of people living in Polk County and commuting to Tampa or Orlando, maybe there will be some people that live in Tampa or Orlando that commute here to Lakeland Arbor. This is somewhere in here is the split. So
it's going to definitely be a magnet.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of cool stuff, and there's a solar. I can't even get that big enough. Solar energy research, renewable energy research. Is some residential stuff out there, but nothing has really been set in stone yet. I do apologize. Somebody asked me this when I really first started doing this, like a year and a half ago, to bring this up.
Right.
And I neglected them and didn't. So I don't know. I don't remember who you were, but I do apologize. It's taken me so long to even bring this up. A lot of stuff coming in up here, and they're trying to keep the jobs right here in Central Florida, and this is right out by SunTrax. I don't know if they have a picture of it, but this is where they test cookie settings. Oh my goodness, they're testing autonomous cars out here. So they have rain simulators, hills, all sorts of stuff, so they can simulate wet roads and figure out how everything works. So that's right here, in Polk County. So that's kind of cool, but that's making me dizzy, so I'm going to get rid of that. Florida Polytechnic, like I mentioned, is out there going on already. So yeah, a lot of cool stuff coming in, even to Polk County. And I want to move over talking about new construction because that's been my favorite recently because we can get you guys such a good deal. You guys are talking about moving here. We'll talk about rates in a minute, but I just want to say we just had a closing out here. I'm not going to mention your name because you're probably watching. If you guys are, hi, I hope you're loving your house. Right out here in Villamar, they did a price reduction after we were under contract. We got that price reduction for our buyer, which is good news. That's $8,000 he got back, and it was actually right before closing. He had already wired the entire amount, so they are sending him the difference back.
That's pretty awesome.
Also got him blinds, all the appliances, and the garage door opener that aren't always typically included. So who you work with matters. You guys need to call us. All the information to reach us is down in the description below, and we can help you for sure make your move here. Tons of new construction coming in. I'll just spend a minute on this. Let me double check. Yeah, this has to be criteria. New construction. It's really becoming my favorite because they're buying down the rate. They're paying for closing costs, and you're getting a brand new home. So, I think it's a win-win, and we can see here that there's a lot of new construction all between Tampa and Orlando.
And honestly, with the buy downs, we're seeing rates almost like 2020, 2021.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yep, it is crazy. We're going to talk about
How
that.
long do you think they can keep doing this?
I don't know. It'll be interesting. They did drop the rates. I don't want to get too much of that because I'm saving that for in a minute. But the builders are making stuff happen. I mean, they have the inventory. They have the selection. Here's we're going to talk about this in a minute too. I know you guys aren't going to be able to see this, but here's another video coming soon. Casa Fresca, Hawkstone. This is over in Lithia. This is a master plan community, and they are on top of doing some recent price cuts. Here's a 475 to 460, 494 to 470. So they're doing some price cuts, up to $40,000 in closing costs and Casa cash. I can never say that. Casa cash to go towards these homes. A lot.
That's more than what the state's offering.
That's more than just about anybody's offer.
Yeah.
So, and they're buying the rate down. I'll show you what that rate's going to be in a minute. I have that pulled up. But I want to jump over here. Oh, we don't need to do that. We already talked about this. So they had price drops on a lot of these D.R. Horton homes. So, we can keep you protected in doing that. We can get that out of here. I don't want to talk about that too much. Annabelle Estates, another new community coming to Polk County. 324 more homes. This is out here by Peace Creek Reserve. These were some of the most affordable homes coming in, up to, I think they were starting in the 260s for the smallest 3-2 in there, 1,300 square feet, 260 and some change. But there was a little CDD there. I'm not sure what's going to happen over here. We're going to keep an eye on this for you guys, so watch for that video. It'll be called Annabelle Estates. Coming in, there's going to be 3 builders out here. I'm not sure who they're going to be, but I'm assuming one of them is going to be D.R. Horton.
No doubt.
Probably Dreamfinder. Dreamfinder's been coming into a lot of the new communities here. So
you think Meritage will be in there?
I'm not sure. Meritage is popping up a lot more though. So I've seen them even over in Villamar. Miranda came in,
right,
and they're building, but they're only getting like 30. So there's not going to be a whole lot. There's not a lot of Miranda going on. So yeah, another new community coming in out here. And moving a little bit farther north, because you guys probably get tired of me just talking about Winter Haven, where I'm from. Stanley Martin buys $26 million worth of land in Mineola. Now this is more, what would that be, northwest of Orlando.
Yep.
So if you want to be a little bit closer to the parks, you're looking for something a little higher end, this is probably going to be something that we'll keep an eye on, because I was reading in here, they paid $127,000 per lot, which is a lot.
Yeah.
A lot per lot, which beats the record of $95,000 per lot. So these are going to be higher end. I think we were talking the 45-foot lots are going to start at $500,000, and the 65-foot lots with that beautiful 3-car garage starting in the 800s.
Right.
So I am a sucker for a 3-car garage. If you guys have been watching my videos, you probably know that I'm a big fan of big garages. Between a 3-car or the Richmond American RV Super
With
Garage.
the RV
Those
Super
things
Garage
are super cool. and I just can't get enough of them. So a lot going on in there, and I don't even know, is anybody, if you guys are watching, let us know where you're watching from down in the description so we can kind of tailor what we're talking about to you. So if you're looking for, more towards Orlando, more towards Tampa, we can help you out with that. We would really appreciate some comments on there. We are back to Winter Haven. But this is exciting because in Winter Haven, a lot of you guys are coming to Winter Haven because we are the most affordable. Like you can't get a house. I was just talking about Peace Creek Reserve for $260. You can't do that.
Right.
In Tampa, you can't do that in Orlando. You can't do that near there. I mean, you're still relatively close. This particular community here, ranches at Lake McLeod, would be easy to get over to Brandon. This is not far from 60, but they're putting a 2-story retail center in here that'll be pretty cool, because here you'd have to drive to Bartow or all the way into Winter Haven to
the shop
really get
to
anything.
do,
Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see what goes in here. The developer has set this aside. It is 29 single-family homes worth of land. So they could have tucked more homes in here, but they said, wait a minute.
They need infrastructure.
They need something to do.
Stuff.
Yeah, they need maybe a Starbucks or Dunkin' Donuts. I don't know. It's going to be 2-story, so there'll probably be offices up top, which will be cool. But right here on Bomber Road, there's just not a whole lot out there. And as you can see, I mean, this used to just be orange groves. I remember growing up, running around up and down that street, driving my car, learned how to drive a stick out there on Bomber Road. Don't do that much anymore.
I'll be praying for a Krispy Kreme.
Yeah. Not many Krispy Kremes around here. The closest one was Lakeland, and it closed down.
No, they moved to Northside.
Oh, they moved. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
the beautiful new place, too.
Yeah. Oh, up by the mall? Up by the mall?
Yep.
On North. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because now it's Black and Blue where it used to be. Another coffee shop over there.
Yeah.
So yeah, more retail coming in, which is exciting. And I forget what I was going to talk about on here. Just a lot of stuff. This is where Annabelle Estates came from.
The Davenport shopping?
Yep, Davenport Shopping Center and the retail strip center planned across from Providence, because I love Providence. I'll have to get you up there if you haven't been there. They have these courtyard homes. I just love the garages and the courtyard homes.
Because I haven't been up there yet.
Yeah, we'll have to take you up there. The pool, so you go in the front door. There's like a pool cabana, or you can make an outdoor kitchen or another bedroom. Your pool's there, and then the actual front door of the house is past it. So it's like the house is
kind of wraps around,
hugging the pool.
Oh, that's neat.
I really like that. So retail strip center, and this is just like the one here on Bomber Road. They were going to put 32 townhomes in here and decided, let's give the residents some more shopping. So I'm not sure what's going to go on in here, but you can see they're doing the plan here to add a 20,000 square foot retail space there in the southeast corner at 1792 and Deer Run. So a lot of cool stuff coming up there. I love Providence, and they are, if you're into golf, Providence is a really giving Champions Gate a run for its money, because it doesn't have the crazy monthly dues. There is a
a lot of the courses,
right? It's not like that over there. So Providence, if you're big into golf, you need to check that out. So we'll get over there and do a video together in Providence and have a look there. But we're cruising through here pretty quick. That's way fast. Another one. Big fan of the Lagoon community. That video, a lot of you guys are watching the Murata video that I did. I'm going to get out and do Epperson, but Metro Development Group is the company that is doing all that. And another side note, they're doing another lagoon project called Sea Air that's going to be in Parrish, I think.
In Parrish?
A little bit closer to Tampa Bay south, like past Apollo Beach.
Okay.
I'll have to look at that. We'll get in there. They are just breaking ground. I don't have any footage to show you guys, but I'm going to eventually get over there, probably when they get the lagoon put in, because I'm a big fan of that. I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about. Let me kill a minute here and go back over here. I had it pulled up.
Yeah, if you've never seen it before, it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, and if you're scared of sharks or alligators, you don't have to worry about it here, because this is like having a pool this one is
just giant.
15 acres. Let me get
15
this
acre
pulled
pool.
up. This one in Murata, and if you've seen my last videos, you are familiar with it. I gotta do some screen moving around here and move that a little bit so I can get this over here, make that a little smaller. So this is Murata, but Metro Development is starting to add healthcare here where you can get telehealth, probably some basic stuff in there. So they're not actually adding like a hospital or medical center in here, but they are adding an option for healthcare. So really, they don't want you to go anywhere,
Right.
except for the Publix, which is right across the street, just out of frame there. But this is just so cool because if it's like being at the beach. The Publix is right over there, but
I mean, it's even got beach sand and island.
Yeah,
Well, this is Murata, but still.
yeah, and it's sand, so it's like being at the beach. It's just absolutely beautiful, and you don't have to live there to go there. You can pay $40 to $50 a person, depending on what time you're going there, and come out and do this. They have paddle boards, they have kayaks. You can get out here on this inflatable playground. I don't even know what you'd call that, obstacle course, and spend the day here.
It's probably cheaper than going to one of the water parks in Orlando or Tampa.
It's got to be. Yeah. Even then, you don't even have to drive all the way over there and deal with the traffic in Orlando.
I hate to say it, I know it's cheaper than going to Legoland's water park.
Yeah. They're at the big slide, though. They have the big slides.
Yeah.
No big slides here. They do have smaller ones you can kind of see over here.
It's kind of more relaxed atmosphere.
Yeah, it's more like being at the beach without
Without
being
being
at the beach. Yep. So you don't have to worry. If you're not from here and you're worried about sharks or alligators, they're not in here. There's lifeguards all around. So I don't know if they're in here somewhere, but you can see somebody was standing up watching these people. Here he is. He's probably a lifeguard, making sure everybody's doing what they're supposed to do. The resident center over there. But anyway, that's a video that you guys can go check out. I have that here on the channel. But they are trying to bring healthcare. There are a lot. There's actually in Murata, there is a 55 plus community. So
really?
There's a little small section in there where they're trying, I guess, to keep you, like I said, keep you in there. They don't want you to have to go anywhere except for the lagoon. And they want to make healthcare a stable part of future communities. So 24-hour on-call medical concierge service to help residents at Epperson and Murata. And I'm sure the other ones, Sierra, I think there's 3 more coming soon, but a lot of cool development over there towards Tampa. No lagoons that I know of over towards Orlando.
Right.
Because they have the water parks, I guess.
What size homes do they have in the 55 plus? Because I haven't been to Murata.
Murata 55 plus. I didn't go in there. I saw the other ones, but I believe they're starting at 1,300 square feet and
That's
going
not
up.
bad.
So they're manageable.
That's not bad.
There are villas in there. They got a little bit of everything.
Yeah, if you're
parks.
downsizing from a 3,500 square foot home, that's going to be
it's
perfect.
Everything's right there. You're just north of Tampa. A little bit of everything for everybody. So thank you guys for watching. I see there's a couple of you guys watching. Appreciate it. Hit a thumbs up in there if you like what we're doing here. What else are we talking about here besides having a big, huge ad? Oh, Double Branch. I wasn't really going to talk about this. This is in Pasco County. This is up there again by Murata. But not a whole lot. It's going to be retail and commercial space first. It's going to be a $2 billion project. It's huge. So just all this growth coming in.
A lot of growth there.
A lot of growth. Everybody,
growth
all of you guys watching are from out of state and you're wanting to come here. And we thank you for it because more stuff coming in here is great. I like it. It's time.
It's time.
Yeah, Feds make aggressive half-point cut. So you guys have been asking me when. You can go back through my videos. And if you watched all my videos, I've been saying that they said originally at the beginning of the year we were going to see 6 rate cuts in 2024. Didn't happen. Here we are in September, almost end of September now. It's the 19th. We got one.
Finally.
We got one. 50 basis points. So now this isn't, they didn't cut mortgage rates, but the Fed cut their lending rate. I mean, there's a lot of moving parts here. This will have an effect on mortgage rates. They've already come down.
Yeah, they have.
Yeah, and the last, I think it's been 3 months. I was looking at Mortgage News Daily, and that
you're starting to see it.
Yeah, it's
starting to take
definitely down. FHA is already under 6%. Conventional was 6.11 just before it went live, so it probably still is. but this is, I feel like, going to continue to happen. This should have an effect on credit cards, should lower that. Savings, hopefully our high yield savings accounts will continue to be high yield, but I remember back when the interest rates were 2.99, high yield savings was 0.5. So
yeah, so you're not going to get a whole lot of it.
Yeah, it's not going to stay that way, but you know, it was nice while it lasted. So again, a lot of you guys are asking about that, and my answer to this question that you guys are asking, what should I do about rates, is buy one, new construction. Can you see that on there? 3.99 fixed rate.
Yep.
Right now, today, you could buy this house, and this is Hawkstone. This is what I was talking about earlier, Costa Fresca. I was out there, and you can see sold, all this stuff that they're doing. CDD, master plan community, near state parks, near springs, not too far from the beach. I think a lot of you guys that are calling, you don't want to be super close to the beach because those big storms, the hurricanes, they're scary. We're here in Central Florida, they're not as scary. So right now, interest rate, say this is FHA, they're buying you down almost, what did I say it was, 5.75 or something like that. So
right.
1.75%, getting you down under 4. That's 2022 numbers. When were we at 3.9?
Yeah, 2022. Yeah, 2022,
I think. I'd have to go and look.
Because it had started to creep
right,
up a little bit by then.
Went up pretty quick from 2.5, 2.6. I've got somebody that did a 15-year refinance back then, and they were at like 2.35 or something.
Yeah, it's crazy. But even though we may not see that again, this is as close as you're going to get.
Right, and you can do that right now. So if you're considering relocating here, or you live here and you want to move, we can help you sell, and we can help you get this kind of rate, 3.99 on a brand new house with warranties, with, I'm going to try and say it, up to $40,000 in CASA cash, and they're paying closing costs. Like,
it's true.
It's crazy. All, and not just CASA. I'm digging on them lately because they've got really cool layouts, and they're offering so much to get you guys into these homes. D.R. Horton's doing it. Lennar's doing it. Southern Homes is doing it. KB Homes is doing it. All of the new builders.
Yep.
They want you guys to come in there with us, tour, pick out your house. On a KB home, pick out your finishes, pick out your, make some changes. Most all the other builders are still only doing inventory homes, move-in ready. These are ready now. So you can come buy this house and close as soon as funding happens, which could be 3 weeks. I mean, typically 30 days. If you're paying cash, you could be in here in no time. And they're 3.99, 3.99, 3.99 on all of them. Fixed rate, 30-year, not a 2-1 arm, not a 3-2-1 arm.
It's a fixed rate,
not adjustable. It's not.
I think
2.99.
That's what makes it probably the best option.
Yeah,
because you're not having to worry about fluctuating interest rates.
Nope.
You're not having to worry about what's going to happen next year, 5 years from now. It's a fixed rate. It goes all the way through.
You don't have to worry about refinancing because you're already at 3.99. Because I don't think it's going to get back down to 3.99. I don't have a crystal ball. You don't have a crystal ball, but 3.99 on a 30-year mortgage, it's crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy. And even if the Fed lowers the rate again, it still probably is going to hover around 4.5%.
Yeah, and that seems high when you're looking at 2.5, but 4.5% is.
Well, I did a study on this. From 1950 to 2023.
Yeah. The
average rate went between 4.5% and 7%.
Yeah.
Except for 2 times. Mid-80s, 1985, 86, the rate went up to almost 18%, 18.65 or 69. And then, of course, 21 or 20,
like
2020,
0.00.
it went down to 2 point. Yeah, it went down to 0 practically. So I mean, the rate has always fluctuated between 4.5% and 7%.
Yeah,
we're just seeing a variance based on those two,
it's
standoffs.
A lot of sticker shock just recently because that has changed what you can get. Going from a 3.9 or a 2.9 to a 7.5. I think got up to what, 7.5 was.
Yeah, you're talking another $1,000 or $1,500 for a payment.
It was a lot. So bringing this back down, this is a lot, and that does depend on credit. I'm just relaying a message, and I was talking to my CASA rep, and On the move-in readies, we can do better than that.
Right.
We can get you lower than that. So if you guys are interested, new construction homes, and you want the best deal possible, 863-333-5053. Comes right to us. You can text it. You can call us. There's a Calendly link. You can schedule a call with us, and we'll go over all this with you. And we'll go out and check these things out. But we've talked about that. Let's go. Again, new construction, single-family starts are up in August. What that tells me, and let me know if you are on the same page with me here, builders anticipated rates coming down.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people are on the sidelines waiting on rates to come down.
Right.
They thought, hey, it's going to start happening. And what are they ready for?
They're
Rates
ready
to
to
come
jump
down. October, I feel like.
Because they know that a lot of the people that got those great rates
Right.
back in 2020, 2021, they're not selling.
Nope.
And so we've had a lag in homes on the market since 2008.
Yep.
And we're millions of homes behind.
Yep.
That's why there's so many buyers and so much competition.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I forget what that number is, but it was like millions of homes
Yeah.
that were just not built because nobody was buying anything after the 2008 crash. And then they really started, I would say really started building again, like 2016, where they were like, okay.
Yeah, they still haven't caught up.
Yeah, they haven't. And it's going to take years to catch back up. But yeah, that was interesting because everybody, things are slowing down. New construction is not, because you're right. I mean, I'm in the same boat. My wife and I refinanced at 2.75 or something like that. We're not going anywhere.
Yeah.
You're going to have to bring us back down to make that make sense. I mean, 3.99 maybe. And the more and more I go in these brand new homes,
an extra percentage point ain't so bad, man.
Hey, I like it. I like it. These things are absolutely just beautiful. But they started ramping up production because they saw, rates are coming down because they can't stay high forever, and now everybody's ready. So, that's it. No questions. Looks like the chat is empty. Let me test to make sure that it's going. Yeah, looks like it's working. Came through on my tester. So all right, you guys don't have questions. I'm going to do what I normally do when nobody has questions, and I'm going to zoom in more on this. So this is a live look at the MLS. This is what we stare at all day when we're finding homes and going through new construction. Now this, I don't think, is new construction only. I am giving you an idea of a little bit of everything. This can't just be new construction. Just giving an overall idea of kind of what the market's been doing.
Right.
And I do apologize because I wasn't here for the last 2 Thursdays, so this isn't the last. This is the last 7 days, but I don't have a rolling number that I said that I was going to do to kind of keep track of this. I'm going to start over with these numbers. I'm going to take a screenshot right now so you guys can see this as proof. See this? This is going to be a screenshot. Boom. So we're going to keep track of this and just kind of keep an eye on the inventory, because this shows that inventory is going up. And I'll tell you why. Because 1,414 new listings over the last 7 days. You can see here, 7 days. Sold only 866. So that is less than 1,414. More homes are coming in. I'm not going to do the math on the exact number. And 1,081 have gone pending. So, still.
Well, that 800 shows that the days on market have increased.
Yep.
So we went from 20, 21, barely 2 or 3 days.
Yep.
Now we're up to 25, sometimes 30 days, depending on the price range.
You got to be priced
the
right.
condition. Yeah.
Yep. So 1,414 new listings, 95 price increases. Now this is interesting because what happens? This happened to me. I got a text from a listing agent that I showed one of their homes. The price was off market, came back on because they put on a new roof. Price increase.
Yep.
So that's typically what that means. Price decrease, you guys know what that means. Check this out, 2,125 price decreases. Let's jump into this for just a second and see if there's anything that is really juicy right up front. And this 900% off, that means that the agent that entered in 00, and it doesn't take this change
Right.
as a number. So they entered it in with 2 extra zeros. So that's not 900% off. That is
It was a mistake.
yeah, that was a typo error.
It's a faux
accident.
pas.
Yeah, whoops. So let's look. We see any numbers here? Waimama right off the top here, 5.67% down. This is a resale from 2022, short sale. Yep, that's going to happen because that interest rate thing got us. But that's why they're coming down. So this is probably one of the toughest situations, is with all the new construction, especially going on in Waimama. If you have to do a sale, within a year or two, they might still actually be building here in Forest Brook. So you're competing with what we've been talking about this whole video.
All the new construction.
Rate buy downs. And it's just tough because
closing costs.
The appreciation that we were seeing has slowed. It hasn't stopped. We haven't gone negative, but
it's not 20 and 30% year over year like it was before.
It's not crazy, but so
I've
this
got
is going to be a tough sale.
I've got buyers that bought back in 2021, and just recently, matter of fact, the beginning of this year, they had to sell.
Yeah, they
made a mint because they bought well before all of this, before it just piled,
kicked up. Yep. So, lots of.
Let me ask you something.
Here. Yeah.
Let me ask you something, Ben. Do you think? Because I think I've seen this myself. Do you think sellers in the retail market are still having a hard time grasping the idea that the market has shifted?
For sure.
They're overpricing their homes.
Yep.
And that's why they're staying on the market so much longer.
Yeah, because our neighbor sold. No, well, your neighbor sold when the COVID madness was going on, and people were throwing money. We'll give you $30,000 over ask, and that,
Oh yeah.
Not happening.
They were bridging the gap between offer price and appraised price, or appraised value.
Yeah, they were putting money in because I don't know what was in the water back then, but everybody was going crazy to be here in Central Florida, probably all of Florida, but we service Central Florida, and that's just what was happening. There was lines
insane
to go show a house. I remember 3 people in front of us.
Yep.
So
I remember sitting outside with my customer, twiddling my thumbs, waiting to get in line.
Yep. And then you basically had to have the paperwork. We're going to write an offer right now on the hood of the car.
My assistant. I was calling my assistant, and I was telling her, this is the deal right here. And we would go to the next showing, and I was writing offers like she was just like going crazy.
You got to do it. We're not going to do this right now. We're going to miss it. So, yeah, that is unfortunate there. We just had a listing here at the office. Same thing's going to happen. It's a tough situation at some points. But here, let's look at Riverview. Just in Riverview, the video coming out tomorrow is actually in Riverview. Here's a 2006. I forgot what did I say that was 7% off. Where did Riverview go? 7.4. So price dropped to $484.
That's a big price.
Yeah, 18 days on market, and this is the resales. They're chasing it down. This came on the market on the 1st of this month for $520. And
what you can get with a brand new home for around the same value, as well as what you would pay in interest and what you would save in closing costs, is that you can't even compare it.
Yep, it's a no-brainer. But this looks like. Is that a DR Horton? I can't say exactly, but you can come in and they put in new fixtures already. They've probably got rid of the builder grade carpet and tile, and they've done some stuff, but you're turning down $30,000 or $40,000 in closing costs and a rate buy down.
And the kitchen's been somewhat updated, but not completely updated. It's still got the old cabinets,
Yep, but they've done something here, so some upgrades. But 2006 home, is that roof original? Maybe. Is there a note in here? Carpet on the second floor is 2 year. Nothing about the roof. I'm gonna assume. So you're gonna buy the house for $484? Probably not, because you could probably make an offer at $460 or something. I don't just pull in numbers. And then you're gonna put a roof on, because so you got an old wood fence you're gonna replace. Yeah, roof is no bueno.
Yeah, and no porch.
Yep. So you're gonna put a roof. No drone pictures for this house because you're gonna be immediately turned off by the shingles being ugly and needing to come out of there. But I do like the double French door entryway there. That's nice. Formal dining. Like I said, original cabinets looks like. Probably 18-year-old appliances, but that's just I can't make it make sense in my head.
No.
If you're looking for, and this is still a newer house, being a 2006, that's not an old house.
No.
My
but
house
it's
is
old
70s
enough.
house.
It's old enough that things have started to
age.
need to be repaired.
Right.
They haven't been maintained.
Air conditioner.
Exactly. You don't know the roof, of course.
That's going to be tough.
A lot of people talk about getting the architectural shingles here in Florida, but what they don't understand is with the sun beating down, they don't last as long as they say they do.
I mean, even a metal roof. A metal roof has a 30-year warranty on the paint.
Right.
And the insurance company still wants it to be re-inspected.
Yep.
At 10 years.
Yeah. To
keep insurance. Shingle roof, same thing. You have to have it re-inspected. No, actually, shingle roof typically is a replacement at 10 years.
Correct.
If you're right now, 2024, looking at a house that's got a 8, 9, or 10-year-old roof, you might be able to get by with 8, 9, or 10.
Didn't used to be like that.
Yeah, it didn't used to be like that.
But the insurance companies really kind of tightened their belts,
right? Because
they were killing themselves.
Yeah. The roof situation is definitely, and that, again, new construction home. How old is that roof? 0. Age of roof 0. I have 3 new. So I recommend when you buy a new home, we have third-party inspectors that go out, so we get the inspection report and the age on when it says roof age 0. Yeah. Windmit and 4-point for the insurance company, it says effective age 0.
If you're wondering why we recommend a third-party inspection, it's because you don't know whether part of that house was built on a Friday or on a Monday. Mm-hmm. And so if it was built on a Friday, they're ready to go home. If it was built on a Monday, they're hungover and they're barely functioning. And so you want to make sure.
Funny you mentioned that. I have in one, I don't know if I can find it, but since we're here and I have my videos up, a picture, it might actually be on my phone. And I'm not going to show you guys where it was, but I have a picture of a bunch of empty Modelos in a dumpster at this community. I don't have it, but it doesn't matter. I probably shouldn't show you guys that anyway, but I just thought that was funny.
You can imagine it.
Yeah, Friday afternoon, there's a lot of music playing. Boss is already gone fishing or whatever.
That's right.
We got another hour to work.
Slap that puppy together and get the heck out of Dodge.
So third party guy comes in, and really their favorite is the pre-drywall because they can see through the walls. So they know
if the boss is coming.
Well, no, they know the wiring is the correct wire.
Oh, okay.
If it's a 15 amp, it has the yellow wire. If it's 10 amp,
you're talking about the inspector.
The inspector, yeah.
Okay.
They can see everything.
I thought we were still talking about the Modelo.
No, Modelo, we're getting past that because I don't want to scare you guys. It's not everywhere, but I do recommend having the inspector come out because he checks the pipes that you can see, sees all the electrical, sees everything.
Right.
Once that drywall's on there, you can't see what's back there.
Anything.
So. Good idea. We have the inspectors too if you guys want to know. You just got to call us. We can't help you if you don't call us. So moving on, we'll find another, what time's it going to be, 7:40. Any questions? You guys have any questions? I love answering questions. My favorite thing. So pop that in the chat. We'll talk about it. Let's see, what else are we looking for? Yeah, a lot of little price drops. Nothing super crazy, but that's just kind of how people catch up. Just kind of slowly bump it down. Here's some 3%, and again, a lot of these are resale. New construction doesn't do a ton of that. Could go in there and we could look at some new construction price drops if you guys are interested. Here's a 14%. Oh, so this is the one
That's
I'm thinking it is.
That's a pretty big one.
I think this is somebody looking for a developer. No, this isn't the same one. 10 to 20 acres, 5-bedroom, 3-bath. How many is this? 10 acres. So right at 10 acres, which is a lot. Not sure the colors on this one, but kind of right. Maybe it's,
I was a little stunned by that myself.
Maybe the they have the brightness or the contrast turned up or something. The brightness is.
It looks like HDR.
Yeah, something.
Like a high.
Yeah, somebody played with the contrast too much on here. Something.
A little bit too much.
Some goats. 10 acres is a lot. If you guys are thinking about buying land, you definitely need to call me because I live on some land and I might talk you out of it. So we need to talk specifically about what you're looking for, because living on land can be a full-time job.
Believe me, I know.
Of itself. So you got a big house to take care of. You got a big yard to mow. You got to take care of. These guys looks like they've already moved out because they're just absolutely tired of it. Hopefully somebody's coming out there feeding their goats. But we clicked on this one because there's a price drop down to $1,050,000 from 1.2. And again, this is where you see that 900% drop. They entered it in at 14 million because when you go and hit the decimal, the MLS doesn't take it. So that was a big whoops. And I know that.
That's not 14 million.
Yeah, and I've done that. Yeah, that was an accident. Definitely not 14 million. They meant to do 1.4, then they went to 1.2, now they're coming down. So pretty significant price drops. And 209 a square foot is not that bad. Brooksville, that's a little bit farther north though. I didn't think that my search went all the way up there, but it does.
For a 10-acre home with that kind of property, that's not really that bad.
Yeah, it's not outrageous.
No, it's not.
Especially that size. And then I wonder if the goats.
But that's a lot to maintain, man.
Yeah. But if it's wooded, it's not that bad. But if you're keeping this all mowed, that's. And I don't see a barn with a tractor with a bush hog in it.
Yeah. Which means if they don't have that, they're probably paying to have
and if
it,
you're
which
paying
makes
to have
it even
that,
more expensive.
Ouch! I wouldn't
That
even
would
want
be
to know
huge.
how much that costs. Yeah, they're gone, so they're having somebody do that. But yeah, solar, and there's solar in there. It looks like some solar walls, power walls, Tesla power walls.
Yeah.
A lot. Good deal. If that sounds like you know how to reach us. We go out there and show it to you. But let's bump back all the way to the beginning here. Sold. We were at 8. What did I say that was? I can't see that from here. 868. Let me zoom us in. Too close. So this is what's been selling around here. A lot of stuff. All price points. Let's see what this 1.5 million in Tampa looks like. 1997. I was expecting it to be brand new.
Yeah. You know what's interesting to me? I got into real estate almost 12 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And when I did, the median price for a home here in for Lakeland Winter Haven,
right,
was $169,000.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Yep.
And people back then, when you were looking at a $275,000 home, that's too expensive. I want to wait.
Yeah.
I want to wait. And now look at where they're at.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody that said they wanted to wait are kicking themselves in the fanny.
It's crazy. Yeah, I remember when I was 2016. I was active on the Space Coast in Brevard, and I had people tell me they're going to wait for prices to come down. 2016. I think that they're still renting. I'm like, you're not going to get ahead renting. So that's
if you look at the stock market, it's just like the housing market.
Yeah.
It'll do this, but it continues. It's like a staircase.
Yeah. But you never know where it's going to go next.
Exactly.
So,
and it could dump, and you could get a heck of a deal.
Yep.
But then again, you could wait for the next 10 years for that to happen.
Yep. And I think there's been 2 major crashes in the housing market. So you're going to wait another 60 years for another 2008 or 2009 where you could buy these things.
Especially if you're
cheap.
retiring.
Yeah.
You don't have that kind of time.
You don't have the time to sit around and wait for it. A lot of stuff still moving. And the people that are watching you guys coming from other states where these prices are not outrageous. Like I said, I have buddies sold their first house for 160 with me when I first opened my office here. Yeah. And he's like, man, I should have kept that house. I'm like, dude, you sold the house, you used the equity to put it down on your next house. You're in your next house. You love your house. It's got a pool. It's got everything you want. Should have you kept it? Yeah. Should you bought a winning lottery ticket? Yeah. But you never know.
You got to figure it out for yourself.
Yeah, so we're just sorting through here. Getting close. We got 15 minutes left. So what I typically do is, and I normally have these picked out, but I don't. So you're going to have to sit here with me while I do it. I'm going to slide the keyboard over here, and what we're going to do, I found there was one over in Clearwater. So our MLS covers a lot of the central to west and southwest.
That West Central Florida.
Yeah, West Central Florida down to like Cape Coral. So what we're going to do here is I'm going to go $4 million plus. And for all of the MLS, that's 514 homes all through here. You can see Sarasota area down there is where a lot of them are.
Yep.
But what I like to do is just see, come in here, and I'm going to have to make this bigger because my screen, is farther back because I cracked it with this thing that you guys can't see. If anybody's watching, I don't even know if anybody's watching. We might be talking to ourselves. Go to price high. Yeah, and this one's still here. If I won the Powerball, I think I would buy this just so I didn't have neighbors.
Oh, wow.
So
that's beautiful.
This is the last house south of Caladesi Island.
Okay.
So no neighbors up there. And I don't know if I can see it through my crack. That didn't sound right. My cracked screen. So Gulf front and waterfront on the backside on the Intercoastal Waterway.
Yep.
And you got a pool. So the last house on the street. And you even own somewhere there's a picture. This thing's just absolutely beautiful. The house, not my taste personally, but let me go the other way. $37 million. That's yours. Build your sandcastles, boat access, just absolutely crazy. And we'll click through here. Where's my next button? Here it is. Holmes Beach. I don't think this one, did we pull this up last time? I don't think so. And so I don't know if you look at a lot of these $4 million plus homes. I typically don't unless I'm doing this because nobody's asking any questions. And it looks like we are talking to ourselves. That makes me sad, but that's okay.
My sweet spot's been under 2.5.
Yeah.
Because when you start to get into this, then you start to get into a whole lot of convoluted stuff.
Right, a lot of different stuff. But what I was saying is a lot of these are under construction to be built, and they haven't even started. Like these are all just renderings.
Right.
So they aren't doing anything until somebody comes in and says, hey, let's do it. So this is what you get right now for $31.75 million. But there's a lot of interesting stuff here. Clicking on through big gates down Sarasota. A little bit out of my area. I don't really go down to Sarasota too much.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Kind of wild. Like the little wood library or where. Oh yeah, this one's going for $3,000 a square foot. Absolutely crazy. Let's jump back to single line and let's find some more that are a little bit closer to, let's see, I think I looked at this one, Martinique over in Davis Island. This is right over by where Gasworks is going to be. So
yep, a buddy of mine lives over there.
Already built, looking out over nobody. Kind of looks like the Jeter house.
Doesn't it though?
Wasn't he right over there somewhere? Oh no. Oh no. My mouse just died. Whoops. Oh, we have a trackpad. It did have that shape, but I think his was bigger. And I think they're tearing it down. Weren't they? They were going to tear it down and build something new.
I'm not sure if they were or not.
Yeah, I think they were going to build something new. Let's see. How about Windermere?
Oh, Windermere is nice.
This one, again, under construction. No, I pulled this one up because they had like a dining table out by their pool.
It's close to Orlando, but it's not close to Orlando.
Yep. You're out from everything. You can sneak over Dr. Phillips is a cool area.
Yep.
You can park your helicopter on your roof. Yeah, I did that one. So I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time looking at these super expensive ones because I don't think really anything has changed. I think the market under $1 million is still moving around. I don't think many $20 million, $15 million homes are going that fast.
Well, I don't think they ever do.
Yeah.
I had some $1 million listings back in, back in 2016, 15, somewhere's in there.
Yeah, and they sit.
And they sit.
Mm-hmm.
And I did some research on that, and especially in Polk County, those listings, and even in Tampa and Orlando, those listings, the really pricey ones over $4 million,
Gotta wait.
they tend to take a lot because you don't have that many people. You're narrowing your buyer pool
small.
down because not that many people can afford to actually go out and purchase it.
Yeah.
We all love to look at them though.
Yeah, I do. That's my favorite here. Is that I should probably just start a whole separate channel, just talking about expensive houses. Just going through here, clicking through them, looking at them, seeing if there's floor plans. Because this is a beauty.
Drooling occasionally.
Yeah, New Smyrna. I love New Smyrna. My family's been going over there. We used to vacation over there in the summer. But it is the shark bite capital of the world.
Yep. Yeah. Well, is it
Small bites. Small bites. They're not big.
small?
sharks.
Yeah. So they're not like Australia.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, where they take half your body off,
Yeah.
not like your toe.
It doesn't kill you. It just hurts you.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're smaller, and it's mostly by the jetty, and I think it's because the intercoastal right there is such an estuary and a breeding ground for the sharks, so they're just coming and going and doing their thing, and we're in there messing with them. So, yeah, a lot of stuff. I guess, so something else I did was look at the cheapest homes. Nobody's given me any feedback on cheap versus expensive in the comments. Still, nothing. You guys should leave a comment so I know what you guys want me to talk about. How about most expensive homes in Tampa or Orlando? What you prefer?
Let's go with Tampa.
Tampa.
Tampa's my old stomping ground.
Yeah, Tampa official. Let's see. So Tampa has 48 over $4 million.
Those are all for sale.
These are all for sale.
Yep.
So, yeah, a lot of stuff over here.
How many have sold in the past 6 months?
Let's change that. Criteria. Sold. Going back 180 days, we can leave that. 31.
That's not bad considering you got 48 active?
Yeah.
48 active and 31 sales in 6 months.
Yeah, that's not too bad.
That's not bad at all.
It's lower on that. Lower. 4 million. Most of them are around the $4 million mark, not the 30s and 20s. But a couple here, just Davis Island sold for $11,750. Let's look at that. I like the garage setup. Pretty cool. Wonder if the boat came with it.
Right on the water.
Better be. For
Right on
$12
the
million.
Yeah.
Better be on
Better be.
the best lot too. Cool. Very modern. 11.7. And this is kind of backwards to what we were just talking about. 23 days on market. That one sold pretty quick.
It did sell pretty quick. Kind of makes me wonder what the prices were in the area.
Yeah.
Whether or not this one was kind of lower than the other ones.
Yeah, this one was a deal or something. Yeah, it sold pretty fast. It sold for cash.
Oh, there you go.
I could only imagine a mortgage payment on a $11 million home.
Yeah, $15,000 a month.
Yeah, or more.
Or more, exactly.
Probably more. Seems like it'd have to be more.
It would have to be probably be more than 25 or 30s.
Yeah. What else do we have over here? None of these are ringing bells. Let's look at Bay Oaks, a condo.
But they do jumbo loans on these too.
Yeah, they do jumbo loans. Yeah.
So
Sold as a gray box. Condos. So condos, I feel like luckily for us, we don't do a lot of condos.
right.
Because after the Surfside collapse, anything over, 6 stories tall or something, those values are coming down because nobody wants to buy them because everybody's terrified of a collapse. That would be pretty frightening. I can only imagine waking up to that. That would be absolutely terrifying. Here's another one. This sold pretty quick too. 161 days on market at 10.5. Davis Island, if you guys are looking for The address, is that the address or Davis Island? That's pretty popping.
What's that?
Davis Island, that's pretty
It's still
popping.
popping.
That's
Now, bear in mind, there was a while there, I don't know if they're still doing it, because a buddy of mine lives there. They were taking pieces of property and they were splitting them
yeah.
and putting homes next to them. And so you would have a regular lot split in two with another home right next to it.
Yeah.
You could practically touch both as you're walking through between them. They
So-
were that close.
So kind of new construction's not that far off on the 40. I actually saw some 30-foot lots
Right.
on new construction. So
And that's kind of the same thing.
yeah, but here those homes are probably still $2 million.
But a lot of those homes too had been there since the 50s. Believe it or not, I don't know if you know this, but some of those homes were built with spent, not mortar shells, but the big gun shells.
Yeah,
They filled them with
Artillery
concrete,
shells
put those
or
into the
whatever.
walls, and put plaster around them.
interesting.
Yeah,
Somewhat dangerous.
they were dead, thank
Yeah,
God.
that's good. Yeah, so a lot of big homes selling over towards Tampa. So yeah, I don't think that you guys watching this isn't your target, so I don't like to talk about it too much. If it is, I mean, be happy to help you, but I do like to get in here and just kind of look around and dream, critique. Oh, I don't like the color of that pool, or I wouldn't have done a dark roof on this house. But man, there are some beauties over there for sure. Is this one even on the water? Looks like it belongs in the mountains.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
Now you dig a more modern style, don't you?
Yeah, I do like a more modern style. What do you like? You like the mountains?
I think it kind of depends on the home and the layout.
Yeah.
I've seen some of them where they have, beautiful crown molding and they have, inlays in the ceiling,
Mhm.
all
Yeah,
of that,
it's-
and it's like, I kind of like more of a clean look,
Yeah. That's
but
kinda
not
modern.
quite the
Yeah.
like ultra modern.
Right. Yeah. Ultra modern's a little too clean.
It's
sterile
kind of
for me.
antiseptic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll spend another minute on here. What time are we getting to? 7:57. Yeah, guys, no questions. I'm gonna have to post this earlier so you guys can see that it's coming, so you can think of some questions to ask us. Yeah, so there was a couple. I had one in mind that kind of sounded like that. What you were talking about over in Windermere. That was. Oh, this is on the point. Did we look at this? I don't think I looked at this one. This looks like a Tuscan castle on a point over there. This
Looks
must
like
be
a
on
Spanish villa.
yeah, this must be on the Butler chain or something. What I was looking for though. I don't know. I'm probably not going to find it. It probably went under contract. Windermere Lake Butler, was that? That's not the one we were just looking at. This to be built. See, a lot of big new homes to be built. Interesting. I feel like new homes is the way to do it. All the way up from the smallest 3.2s that we can find all the way up to these big monsters. So
Yeah. Now, a lot of people come to me from up north, and they can't figure out where they want to live.
yeah.
So what they're doing is they're looking at homes.
Mm-hmm.
And I always tell them, it doesn't matter where in the state of Florida you go, the homes are going to be about the same.
Right.
You're going to find some of them that are going to look like old, 1980s homes, and others are going to look like modern homes. And if you just look for the home, you're not looking for the area, you're not going to know what you're going to get.
Yep.
And you may hate the area once
Right.
you get in there.
Yep. And that's really what started me doing these videos, is explaining the area.
Exactly.
What you're near, what you need to be by when you guys call and you're asking about Trader Joe's and Whole Foods, Costco,
Yep.
BJ's versus Sam's. Yeah, you can look at a map, or you can set up a call and talk to us, and we can kind of guide you through
Let us
this
know.
process. Because all these Casa Fresca, Lennar, Southern Homes, Highland Homes, they build everywhere. Well, not everywhere, but D.R. Horton definitely does.
Right.
And getting into the custom one-offs and stuff like that. I mean, you can buy the floor plan, find your builder anywhere.
Right.
Same thing with barn dominiums. A lot of you guys are interested in barn dominiums. You just have to find the land, get the layout that you want. I mean, 60 by 100, 60 by 200, 40 by 80.
Right.
I mean, the sky's the limit when
You've
you
got to
build
prep the land.
Yeah.
There's a lot that has to be done with
Right.
that you don't have to do with a pre-built home.
Right. So there's just a lot to consider. And I would do more content on here about barn dominiums, but everybody that builds a barn dominium seems like they never leave.
Yep.
I don't have any to show that are resales. So I'll have to get with Joe, and maybe we'll go out and do another barn dominium walkthrough process on how that whole works, because that is very interesting. I'm even considering doing a barn dominium on my property to keep all the toys that you end up accumulating when you have land out of the weather, safe, out of the
Right.
sun, because keeping stuff out in the sun, it just gets beat to death. I know you guys moved down here, you buy a pontoon boat, you leave it out uncovered, 2 years your seats are
It
cooked.
looks like crap.
Yeah, and the boat's still good, but it's ugly, and you got to keep them covered. Even then the covers get ruined. But anyway, we're rambling now. It is 8:01. No questions. Feelings are hurt, but that's okay. We're doing it anyway. We will see you guys next week. Anything else you want to talk about?
What's that?
Anything else you want to talk about?
Nope, I'm good.
We're good. We're good. Thank you guys that were here watching. We'll see you next week.